Hey guys, what is up? It is No Help, and welcome back to another video today. So today we're getting the Fletching activity proposal for Varlamore, the Final Dawn. So, it's been a minute since we've taken a look at the third and final installment of our Varlamore, the Twilight Emissary's Arch. But now it's time for one of our upcoming activities to come into focus. Let's chat about the Fletching activity. So, the activity. First things first, when we introduced you to the Final Dawn and pitched this new activity, we put out some slightly conflicting information. In the original blog, we mentioned that the activity will have you recycling your old bows into new range equipment to be delivered across the kingdom and beyond. While in the Summer Summit video, we talked of ancient ends and offerings left to appease them. After some back and forth and fleshing out the activity a little more, we've opted to explore the Ents who praise the lands of Varlamore and encourage you to connect to nature. You'll still be able to recycle old unstrung bows, shields, and crossbow stocks to improve your XP gain while getting stuck into something we feel is a little more thematic. I definitely really like the sounds of this because like they even mentioned here, like all these unstrung bows, shields, and crossbow stocks that you really don't have too much use for, especially being on an Ironman. I guess you could elk them, right? But if you can turn them into more XP or maybe more rewards, that would be really cool. So in this new activity, you'll be whittling totems for the Ents to leave offerings beside. This is currently aimed at players with 50 plus Fletching. So here is a quick rundown of what we have in mind for the gameplay loop. So pick between multiple locations to start your totem making, scout the area, and take note of which critters are the most common around your chosen spot. For a top tier and most rewarding totem, you'll need to represent the 3 most common animals. This will change from time to time, so you can't always rely on the same combination. Okay, interesting. Gather lumber. The higher tier the wood, the longer your totem will stand, allowing you to keep the site active for more Ents to visit without maintenance. This in turn allows you to maintain more sites simultaneously, leading to greater XP per hour. Once you have your log whittled into a blank pole, choose which animals to represent and carve the pole into the chosen totem. After carving your totems, you can either fletch unstrung bows, crossbow stocks, and shields, or use ones you've previously made and add them to the totems as decoration. Obviously, I hope there's like a bank beside here, because you're going to have to bring these in your inventory, right? This will increase the amount of XP gained from the offerings. There'll even be some conveniently placed banks along the route to pick up the pre-made items. Perfect. Should have read before I spoke, right? However, there's no need to wait around. You'll be able to make farther totems in other locations to really maximize your gains. Just make sure to check your previous totems regularly, as they won't last forever. But don't worry, your offerings will last until picked up. Phew. Okay, that's good to know. Collect your offerings at any time and gain XP and a chance to be rewarded with unique items. So it's similar to like birdhouse runs, right? You set them up and I guess you can check them like a month later, an hour later, it really doesn't matter. All based on your totem score. So I'm assuming the totem score will be like how good it was decorated, if you had all 3 carvings or whatever, right? There'll also be a little downtime while running between your totem sites, perfect time to do some fletching on the go, or even other activities like elking, glass blowing, or herblore. Especially if there's going to be lots of banks in between these, that is very convenient. Giving you the option to tackle multiple goals at once. Win, win, win. That's the basic loop. We'd love to know what you think in our survey linked at the end. So yeah, I definitely think this is a cool route to take with fletching, and especially in the new area. I'd like to see how it all works out, obviously. It can't be super difficult or anything, and depending on like what logs you're going to need to bring and whatever, right, it's definitely going to be cool, and I want to see a lot of the rewards too. Okay, we know what you're all wondering. What about the rewards? Exactly. So let's take a look. So rewards. We've shopped a range of potential rewards for this new fletching activity, but they're not locked in yet. We'd really like your feedback on these suggestions to get an idea for what you'd like to see from from an activity like this. Plus, if you have any ideas yourself, you can head to our forum thread in Discord or to the 2007scape subreddit and share your best ideas. We'll be taking a look through and using it to guide our final decisions and designs. That's really cool that they're really getting the community involved in this. So until then, here are the ideas we're considering ourselves. All names are a placeholder for now and may change throughout the process, as may some of the descriptions following your feedback. You'll see in a blog in the new year where we'll be polling our final pitches. Okay, so we've got the bowstring spool. With this handy fletching tool, you'll be able to load this spool with bowstrings to make a 1-slot stack of strings that can be used directly when stringing bows. So basically, this is similar to how they're doing it with Herblore with that reagent pouch, right? So you can do 27 bows at a time, right? Yeah, exactly. This effectively, lets you string 27 bows at once, increasing your AFK time and reducing bank time. Because a lot of people only fletch them into the unstrung bows because it's way less AFK, right? It's half the time, maybe even less than half the time to string them. But now you can actually string them, make some more money, right? That's really cool. We've got the fletching knife. You can sharpen and sharpen the same knife, but sometimes it just makes sense to invest in a new one. And after 23 years of using the same knife, you can purchase in Lumbridge General Store. Yep, you get one on Tutorial Island, I think. We felt it was about time to see a little improvement here. What's a more fitting way to get your mitts on a new knife than a fletching activity? We think the thematic here is strong, but we're not too sure on the direction when it comes to its features. Here's what we were considering. So a 20% chance to reduce fletching action speed when using a knife by 1 tick, meaning you'd on average fletch 1 in every 5 bows in 2 ticks, or 1 in every 5 sets of arrow shafts in a single tick. Note this only covers activities that use a knife, so actions like feathers to arrow shafts won't count. So I don't know what I exactly think about this. To be honest, I'd rather it have a better use, maybe save a log from time to time, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, when people are at a bank fletching, they want it to be AFK. They don't really want it to be sped up. So maybe they could choose something a little better for that. So primitive whittling blade plans. You'd be able to take this uncommon item to a forestry shop to unlock the ability to purchase whittling blades for GP from the forestry shop. When woodcutting, whittling blades would have a chance to fletch chopped logs into arrow shafts automatically. So this is actually pretty cool, so you can AFK longer while woodcutting and get those arrow shafts kind of to stack up. This would give fletching XP as normal and would work from your inventory or forestry kit. Both the plans and the blades themselves would be untradeable. Okay, this one is definitely better in my opinion. Does take a little bit of work to get right. They are untradeables. You can't just buy them. No pay to win, no mains here. So yeah, this is a very good thing, especially for like logs that you're planning on just dropping anyways, or you're never going to use. You're just doing it to AFK type thing. This is very cool that you can kind of just AFK more and stack up those arrow shafts to get more fletching XP in the future. So there's the Ent branch. We're thinking that this would be an uncommon tradable drop that could be used for a range of different items. So enhanced hunter traps. This would give you the ability to craft enhanced versions of the bird snares, the net trap kit, and the box trap. So enhanced versions would have a 50% chance to reset itself if it fails to catch something. However, enhanced traps cannot be picked back up and collapsed after 10 minutes. Interesting. So we're thinking this would give an option for training hunter with less interaction needed. Perfect for making perfect for a more relaxed style of hunter at the expense of some XP per hour versus using standard traps with perfect timing. Okay, so this is again just a quality of life thing for some people who hate click, 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 click when you're using, say, box traps to catch chinchompas, for example. This one's pretty cool. So access to an extra Slayer area. You'd be able to use these branches in the upcoming Slayer dungeon releasing with Varlamore, the Final Dawn, to access a private instanced area, home to the highest tier versions of the new Slayer creatures with a 5 to 10% increased chance at superior spawns. Our current thought is that these would be a consumable item that would allow a set number of trips into the area before the branch is destroyed. So basically spend as long as you want inside, but you may want to limit bank trips if you'd want to make your branches last. Very, very cool. I like the 5 to 10% chance, more increased superior spawns, and obviously less people in there, the better. So we've got Auburn Darts. Using an end branch and a number of maple, yew, or magic leaves, you can create the Auburn Dart. These darts can be used at the start of combat to debuff your target with the potency scaled based on leaf type used. While we know we want this to be for PVM only, we haven't landed on the exact debuff idea, so we're open to suggestions. Here are a couple we have thought of. So, non-stacking attack and defense reduction against undead creatures, and binding effect that roots the target, PVM only. Okay, interesting, but when I first saw this, and then I saw like this, I thought we were going to be able to make new darts for the blowpipe. POH carvings. You'd be able to combine a certain number of these branches with the Green Man mask to carve a decorative piece for your player-owned house. Let us know where you'd most like a new decorative piece added, mounted on your wall, or inspired by your totem, sculpting, and praising nature. It could be freestanding in your garden. Yeah, that's cool. I always like new decor for the POH. So we've obviously got the Auburn Seed. If traversing the Auburn Valley has given you some gardening inspo, this one's for you. This very rare drop would be used to build a Auburn Valley themed garden. Once used, it would change to an untradeable version, allowing the garden to be switched back and forth as much as you'd like. With the base item being tradable. That's very cool, and especially the fact that it is super rare. So last but not least, we've got the Green Man mask, a cosmetic head item with different styles that you can switch with an item transmog menu. You'd also be able to use this for crafting POH carvings and statues. This would be a rare cosmetic and component reward. All right. Well, it definitely does sound interesting. We definitely need some more activities for fletching. Like they even said in the blog, it's been the knife for 23 years. So it's about time to make some changes to fletching. Definitely like a couple of the ideas, and I'd really like to see the minigame actually in action before we kind of decide if it is good for the game or not. Is it going to be very annoying? Is it going to be AFK? Is it going to be fun? Or, and maybe some more rewards would be really cool too. I do like the rewards though that they have suggested. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video today. Sorry about the lack of uploads. I've just been very, very busy throughout the holidays. Work has been killing me, working 10-hour days every single day. So I haven't really had too much time to even play the league. So yep, we're chopping trees right now and about to go to work. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you in the next video. See ya later.